From terrifying planes falling upside down to trains getting derailed by a singular truck, I'm going to take a look at some of the most terrifying Roblox games and then find out what caused some of these horrifying events. So first we'll start off with the Alaska Airlines Flight 261. So let's just go ahead and see what happened here. Oh geez. Wait, hold on, there's too much happening. Okay, well, what was that? It seemed like there was like a nuclear explosion or something. Do I need to like jump on that? Okay, wait, did it fall upside down? Wait, what was that? I think I need to see that again. Oh yeah, it spawns upside down. Okay, well that's kind of odd. Alright, so here's the crash animation of the Alaska Airlines flight. So it takes off and it looks pretty fine right now. But what caused the plane to crash? Everything seems normal right now. Oh, wait, what happened there? So did something malfunction with the tail? It's just, yeah, it's just falling down now. Okay, it's trying to swivel upwards. Okay, but did it like turn upside down at some point? Oh yeah, it's just nose diving now. Oh, I don't like this. Okay, yeah, there he goes. It turns upside down. Oh man, that must have been horrifying. Wait, what's this? There's another plane that witnessed it? Okay, yeah, and it just headed straight to the water. Oh jeez, I'm gonna get sick from this video. The pilots tried their best to save everyone. They even tried to fly upside down but never gave up. Imagine being in a United Airlines propeller plane, having a good day, and you see an inverted plane flying upside down into its demise. Yeah, that must have been scary for them to see as well. Okay, but what happened here? What caused the plane incident? So this took place on January 31st in the year 2000 when there was a catastrophic loss of pitch control, killing all 88 on board. The probable cause was stated to be a loss of airplane pitch control resulting from the in-flight failure of the horizontal stabilizer trim system jack screw assemblies Acme nut threads. Okay, so it wasn't the pilot's fault. In fact, for the efforts to save the plane, both pilots were posthumously awarded the Airline Pilots Association Gold Medal for heroism. Yeah, it seems like they were able to recover some of the transcripts from the pilots in the plane, and yeah, it seems like they were doing everything in their power to try to save the plane. The captain commanded to push and roll, push and roll. Okay, we are inverted, and now we gotta get it. Now let's kick rudder, left rudder, left rudder. To which the co-pilot responded, I can't reach it. Gotta get it over again. At least upside down, we're flying. Well, yeah, no kidding. These guys are doing their best. But unfortunately, the aircraft did lose too much altitude in the dive and was far beyond recovery. And so pilots from an aircraft flying in the vicinity reported in with one pilot saying, and he's just hit the water. The aircraft was destroyed by the impact forces. So yeah, unfortunately, there was no survivors on that plane. All right, so next we've got the 1990 Wayne County Airport runway collision. All right, I'm interested in this one. What happens here? Okay, so there's a plane right there, northwest, and then, oh, wait. Oh geez, it just like crashed into the other one? Okay, hold on, let's see it again. So there's a plane beyond that fog. Was it too foggy and they didn't see each other, or what happened here? And yeah, it looks like its wing just swipes through the other one. Were there people in this one here? It didn't seem like it was moving at all. All right, so here's the animation, and we've got the northwest moving. It is foggy in here, so maybe it didn't see the other plane. And yeah, there's the other plane there. Oh jeez. Yeah, it just sliced through that plane. Okay. But I still want to know, were there people in there? The DC-9 was damaged beyond repair, but the 727 was repaired. Wait, they still repaired it and still use it to this day? Dude, I wouldn't want to ride on that one. Alright, so this incident happened in 1990 when I guess one of the planes went on an active runway in dense fog. One member of the crew and 7 passengers of the DC-9 were killed. So in total, there was 8 fatalities all in that one plane, with 7 of them being passengers. How many people were on there though? In total, there was 190 survivors. So yeah, one of the planes did actually go to one of the active runways, and 5 seconds later, the crew saw the Boeing 727 heading towards them on its takeoff roll. The 727's wing cut through the right side of the other plane just below the windows. And yeah, here's the aftermath of the plane wreckage right here. All right, the next tragedy is the 1977 Colorado train derailment. So this train was making its way across Colorado when a truck was stranded on a track, and then disaster strikes. Okay, well, let's see what happened here. Okay, so what's going on here? There's a truck right there, and then, oh geez, yeah, it just like goes straight through that truck. Did it cause the whole train to get derailed? Is that what happened? Let's rewatch that again. So the train's coming in. Did it not see it in time? Yep, there we go. Was this a passenger train? Let's see. So I couldn't really find an accurate recreation of this incident. I mean, I managed to find this video, which also seems like it's like a Roblox game or something. But yeah, you see the truck right there. But regardless, it still causes a lot of havoc. Nothing is exact since info wasn't found. Wait, really? It wasn't found? I want to know more information about this. So I found this video here that kind of details a little bit more. Let me just take a look at this.
Thankfully, no one is killed in this wreck.
Okay.
And those uninjured were taken to a junta before continuing their journeys. But here's something strange. Trains usually hit vehicles without a derailment, so how is this different?
Yeah, I've seen videos of like trains going through trucks all the time. But yeah, what was inside that truck?
What's suspected is the occupants stole the truck and got out to steal some railroad ties that would be later used for a maintenance project. It's also said that the truck was parked on the tracks deliberately, and when the train hit, the truck was dragged to a nearby switch, thus causing the train to derail.
Well, that's good that everyone survived. All right, next we've got the Indonesia Air Asia Flight 8501. Oh, is that a real image of the plane? Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's in the ocean. Oh, it's right there. Okay, let's see it again. So you're just gonna pop out from the sky or... Oh, yeah, there it goes. It just like belly flops into the sea. Oh, geez, that's scary. Okay, let's see the animation. So it's doing fine so far. It's flying. Oh, I don't like this. I get queasy looking at these videos sometimes. I have to like turn around. Okay, so what's happening? It seems like it's losing control right here. Uh-oh. Yeah, what happened here? So it's trying to get some air, and then it loses control, and it nosedives, okay? And then... Oh man, I didn't like that. Okay, what do the comments say about this? The pilot turned off the circuit breakers because of an ECAM message that kept showing up. The plane lost control because of it and it crashed. Wait, really? That's why? It's all because the captain disabled the circuit breakers. So here's all that remained of the plane. Man, that's unfortunate. And this happened on December 2014. So this was the route that it was going for. And yeah, there's 162 fatalities, 0 survivors. So yeah, it was a non-critical malfunction in the rudder control system prompted the captain to perform a non-standard reset of the onboard flight control computers. Control of the aircraft was subsequently lost, resulting in the stall and uncontrolled descent into the sea. Miscommunication between the two pilots was cited as a contributing factor. Oh no. Oh man, that's an unfortunate human error. Alright, so this next one a lot of people wanted me to cover is the Asiana Airlines Flight 214. I tried looking it up on ROBLOX and it wasn't on there, and so far no one's done like a simulation of that one, but let's just go ahead and take a look at the animation. Alright, so it's flying. So far so good. Uh-oh, is it gonna fall in the ocean? Oh, it's landing. Okay. So what happens here? It seems like it's all good right now. Oh, geez. It crashed on its tail. Okay. Oh man, the people in the back must have been horrified. Oh, is everyone okay? It's amazing to see how brutal a plane crashed to the land, and there's only 3 fatalities. 180 of them got injured though, but it's still amazing. Jeez, imagine being right there in the back of the plane. I'd never ride a plane again. It's amazing how it cartwheeled without exploding. Yeah, that is impressive actually. The next tragedy game I found is this one, Survive the Airship Crash. It's actually based off of the Hindenburg disaster, which took place in 1937. And as you can see, it's a large Zeppelin, and oh, it started off with that small hole. Is that what started the whole thing? Why did it crash? Oh, something's going on. Oh, okay. It catches on fire. Wait, the whole thing catches on fire? Oh, jeez. Okay, that's yeah, that's scary. And yeah, remember, this is a whole animation. It's not actually real. So yeah, there's this Roblox game based off of that, so let's check it out. Okay, so I'm currently aboard the Zeppelin. So let's take a look at where we are. Oh, geez, this is this is kind of scary. Remember, I don't like flying, and even this just gives me anxiety. The Luxembourg is the largest flying machine ever built in Robloxia. Okay, so what's gonna happen here? Is it just gonna crash at any moment? Voyagers would eagerly wait for the landing. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen? Oh, what's that? What's happening? Oh, it's catching on fire. So something exploded back there. Uh-oh. Oh, geez, it's burning off everything. Oh, this isn't good. Head to the B-Deck Lounge. There's a limited number of parachutes. Wait, what? There wasn't parachutes for everybody? Guys, what do we do? What do we do? Oh, no, we're falling. What? Wait, people are falling? Oh, that's scary. It's going down. Man, it just burned off everything. All right, we're gonna have to jump soon. Yeah. I did it. Am I flying? What the heck? Oh no, the passengers. Are they okay? They look okay, I think. I mean, she's not satisfied. All right, well, let's see what happened then. So it was a German commercial passenger airship. It caught fire and was destroyed during its attempt to dock. Okay, the accident caused 35 fatalities from the 97 people on board and an additional fatality on the ground. Well, yeah, so most of them were actually the crewmen there. A variety of theories have been put forward for both the cause of ignition and the initial fuel for the ensuing fire. So yeah, in total there was 36 passengers and 61 crew, and in total only 62 people survived. Yet what's crazy is there's actual recording of this incident here where the whole thing is just engulfed in flames. Yeah, take a look at that. It literally just burned until there was nothing left. Also, because of this incident, it shattered public confidence in the giant passenger-carrying rigid airship that marked the abrupt end of the airship era. Alright, but next we got an even bigger tragedy. It's one that's so big, it's considered the largest loss of life in a single ship sinking in history. So it's this one right here, the Wilhelm Gustloff. So let's see right here. You're a German refugee trying to escape the Red Army. You go on board onto the Wilhelm Gustloff with 10,000... Wait, there's 10,000 people in this boat? So 3, I think it says missiles hit the port side. Okay, well, let's take a look at it then. Okay, yeah, that's a massive ship, and apparently there was 10,000 people on this thing. Okay, we were able to escape the wars. So yeah, this is during World War II, at least near the end of it. She was supposed to be accompanied by a passenger ship and 2 torpedo boats. Okay. Oh, it got dark. I don't like that. Oh, what's that? Uh-oh, the submarine fires 3 torpedoes. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, I think all of them are gonna hit this side. So let's see. Yep, there we go. The first torpedo hits the port bow, and then yeah, here's a second one. Then there's gonna be a third one as well. The third torpedo strikes the engine room. All the electricity goes out. Wait, this was all in complete darkness? Oh man, that must have been scary. Oh yeah, look, it's already beginning to sink. The water temperature was at 39 degrees Fahrenheit and the air was between 0 to 14 degrees. Oh man. Many people have already died due to the torpedoes. Many people were crowded above deck. None of them are calm, and they all ignore the women and children first rule. People start jumping into the frigid waters. Only a few lifeboats have been released. So yeah, I believe the torpedoes were shot by a Russian submarine, as this ship was trying to escape. Thousands are already dead due to the freezing temperatures. How many people died in this ship? Many people start to slip off the decks due to the high angle. Uh-oh. Dude, oh geez, the entire ship is sinking. It just plunges down. Okay, well, let's see the animation for it then. So the Wilhelm was in the Baltic Sea when she was spotted by a Soviet submarine. Okay, so this was in January 1945, and then what happens? Is it gonna sink? Is it gonna get hit right here? Okay, yeah, here comes the first missile. And then, yeah, there it is. It's tilted over. So how many people actually survived this thing? 9,400 people died, making it the largest loss of life in a single ship sinking in history. Jeez, were there any survivors at all? Okay, yeah, 1,239 did actually manage to survive. Yeah, that's horrifying, actually. For comparison's sake, the Titanic had 2,224 passengers and crew members with 1,500 deaths. The Wilhelm Gustloff had 9,400 lost of life, which is actually crazy because this is the first time I've ever actually heard of this tragedy. But fun fact, one of the survivors of the Wilhelm incident ended up being an actor and starred in the Titanic movie. But now let's look at this train incident. It actually destroyed some houses actually, so let's see what happens. Okay, so we're in this little town right here. We've got a bacon friend, and then what happens over here? Okay, that's the train. It's going off tracks. Uh-oh. Oh geez, it's gonna destroy the houses? Oh yeah, here he comes. Move out of the way, bacon. We gotta go. Wait, how many houses did the train destroy? So this is the train animation. As you can see, those are the houses. So he's turning and then it gets derailed here. Well, how did it get derailed? Oh yeah, take a look at that. Oh jeez. Okay, so what happened here? So it lost control while descending and derailed on an elevated curve and plowed into a residential area. Wow, 7 houses were demolished by the wreck. So it seems like the crew were unaware of one of the rear helper engines had inoperative dynamic brakes. Hence, there was not enough dynamic braking force available to maintain the control of the train speed during the descent. I honestly don't know what any of this means, but it is terrifying. There are 0 passengers, 5 crew, with 4 deaths and 4 injured. Some of them being 2 young boys. Man, that's sad. Alright, but now let's look at a plane incident. It's the US Airways Flight 1549, okay? It's a tribute, so what happened here? Let's look at the animation first. So we see the plane flying right here, and then what happens? There's birds. Oh, wait, no. Wait, does that cause the destruction of the engine? Is that what happened? Wait, it's descending. Where's it going? Oh, it's falling into the water. Here it goes. Ooh. Wait, it floats. Did everybody survive or something? All right, so here's the game, and then oh yeah, there's the plane. So did everybody survive? Let's go to it. Everybody's this person's just freaked out. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad they're alive. Hey, are you guys okay? You guys good? Let's see. So the flight struck a flock of birds. Okay, yeah, so I was right. Shortly after takeoff, then losing all its engine power. Uh-oh. Given their position in relation to the available airports and their low altitude, they decided to glide the plane to ditching in the Hudson River. Yo, that must have been scary. All 155 people on board were rescued by nearby boats. Okay, yeah, that's a relief. With only a few serious injured. The time from the bird encounter to the ditching was less than 4 minutes. Man, those must have been the scariest 4 minutes of their lives though. They didn't know if they were going to live or not. It became known as the Miracle on the Hudson, also the most successful ditching in aviation history. Well, yeah, I'm glad everyone survived this plane. Yeah, birds striking planes isn't rare at all. In fact, 13,000 birds are struck by planes annually in the US alone. Wait, how how many major plane accidents have been caused because of the birds striking planes? Nearly 300 planes were destroyed between 1988 and 2021. Wow, that's still a lot actually. Yep, looking at these images of birds around planes is actually pretty scary. This next tragedy is about the man who got his arm trapped between a boulder. The game is called 127 Hours, which is based off of the movie that was made about the actual person who got stuck by the boulder. The description even says based on a true story. So let's play the game and see what exactly happened. Alright, so it's just a massive desert here. So apparently the guy is trapped in one of these areas. Let's see, is it over? Oh, yeah, there he is. So this is the boulder that he was trapped in. Obviously he couldn't move it and he got his arm actually stuck in there. Let's see what, oh geez, wow, that's got a violet. Okay, I see he's also got a knife in there. If you don't know the story, this guy Evan Ralston actually ended up using a knife to cut off his own arm to be able to escape this boulder. You can even see the water bottle there that's completely empty, because remember, he did survive trapped for 127 hours. He even made this video while being stuck under a boulder just in case he didn't make it out alive.
My name's Evan Ralston. My parents are down on Larry Ralston of Englewood, Colorado. Whoever finds this, please make an attempt to get it to them. Be sure of it. I would appreciate it.
Now, as sad as that video is, you'll be happy to know that he did in fact survive this tragic event.
This man chopped his own arm. In 2003, a man named Aaron Ralston,
That's the real guy.
an American climber, went to Blue John Canyon. While he was climbing, his right wrist was trapped against the canyon wall when the boulder fell.
Yeah, this scene is from the movie 127 Hours.
After running out of food and water, and maybe facing death in the canyon, Ralston made the painful choice to amputate his own arm with his pocket knife. In the end, Ralston's decision to amputate his arm saved his life. Ralston kept up mountain climbing despite the amputation.
Wait, he kept doing it?
The incident is detailed in Ralston's autobiography and the movie 127 Hours.
Yo, honestly, good for him, but that's insane. But yeah, what led to this tragic event? How come he couldn't call anybody? Well, prior to his trip, he did not inform anyone about his hiking plans, nor did he have any way to call for help. Yeah, he didn't have like a cell phone or anything with him. And after 5 days of sipping water and slowly eating 2 burritos, he realized there was only one way to free his arm, but he didn't have the tools to actually break free. He would end up carving his name, date of birth, and what he thought was going to be the date of his death into the sandstone canyon wall. He also does his videotape of his last goodbyes to his family, and later that night, he begins to hallucinate and has a vision of himself playing with the future child while missing part of his right arm. Ralston would credit this as giving him the belief that he would live. And after doing the unthinkable, he managed to hike for 6 miles and encountered a family on vacation who would give him food and water and hurry to alert the authorities. He was rescued approximately 4 hours after amputating his arm. If he had never done that, he would probably not survive because nobody would be able to find him for a very long time. But yeah, now he's a motivational speaker and continues to do some canyoneering. I mean, big props for him for not letting that stop him. But now we move on to another tragedy, but this one's a bit more sad. This one's about Laika, the dog that was sent to space. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it and see what happens. Oh, there's a lot of dogs. Oh, is this Laika? Yeah, there's a lot of dogs here, as well as a giant Earth over there. Yeah, that's because Laika got sent to space, and what this gravestone is referencing is that Laika unfortunately did not survive. Yeah, there's this other Roblox game here called For Laika, the USSR space dog, and this one's kind of more clunky. It has the rocket ship that Laika was sent in. Yeah, that's because before humans were sent to space, they're sending animals in, and Laika was one of the first dogs to ever fly into space and orbit the Earth. Let's take a look at this video here.
65 years ago today, a Russian dog made history as the first ever animal to orbit the Earth.
Yeah.
Overheated, cramped and frightened in a rocket, a husky Spitz mix named Laika traveled into space 2,000 miles above Moscow and died in a Soviet ship, Sputnik 2, which smashed into the Earth's atmosphere. The Soviet recruiters collected stray female dogs because they're smaller than males.
Yeah, so these are all wild dogs that they just found in the streets, which is pretty brutal if you ask me.
A dog called Kudrevka was chosen. Kudrevka barked and became known as Laika.
So because the dog was a good dog, they sent it into space?
It expected her to die from oxygen deprivation after 7 days in space.
They expected her to die?
Sputnik 2 lifted off. The noises of flight terrified Laika.
Oh no.
Her heartbeat went to triple the normal rate, and her breath rate quadrupled. She died soon after.
Jeez.
Animals are still being used in space tests today, but there is hope but the animals won't suffer the same fate as Laika. In 2021, SpaceX launched dozens of baby squids into space.
Baby squids into space? What? Wait, what is Elon Musk doing? Wait, hold on. Yeah, so this occurred in 1957, and yeah, that video is true. Laika's survival was never expected. She died of overheating hours into the flight on the craft's 4th orbit. Yeah, I don't really want to read Laika's training. It's honestly pretty sad. This whole story is pretty sad, TBH, because they deemed Laika as a flight dog, a sacrifice to science on a one-way mission to space. One of the technicians even said, after placing Laika in the container before closing the hatch, we kissed her nose and wished her bon voyage, knowing that she would not survive the flight. Dude, this is so tragic. I hate this. And unfortunately, Laika wasn't the only animal that was sent into space. There's definitely a lot more. A popular one was Ham Chimpanzee, which also has a Roblox game about them. But fortunately for Ham, the chimpanzee did end up surviving the space trip. But now one of the most popular tragedies on Roblox is the one about Harambe. Yeah, that's right, the silverback gorilla. And he has hundreds upon hundreds, possibly even thousands of Roblox games made about him. Rip Big Guy, Harambe Tribute, Cult of Harambes. Wait, what? Okay. Hacked by Harambe. Yeah, he did kind of become a meme, but I wanted to see what a Roblox game was about and then do more research on the incident. So let's go ahead and play one of these games. And what the heck is that thumbnail? What do we got here? So is this the exact recreation of the day of the incident? Is that Harambe right there? I currently see 2 gorillas. Oh wait, no, is that him down there? Yeah, if you don't know the full story of Harambe, pretty much a kid climbed under the fence to go inside the gorilla enclosure, which led to people freaking out. And in order to save the kid, the zookeepers ended up fatally shooting Harambe. Wait, I just noticed this. That's Harambe up there. He's an angel. And for obvious reasons, a lot of people were upset by the whole situation, especially with the zookeeper's decision for this. Here's even some video footage of the whole situation. So that's Harambe with the kid. Harambe did not attack the child, okay? Held his hand, stood him up, and examined his clothing. In the wild, I'm certain the boy wouldn't have been killed. So those are quotes from some experts on the whole situation. And this video has 106 million views, and all of the comments are extremely angry. Imagine being shot because someone broke into your own house several years later, and this still makes me angry. They really killed a peaceful creature, a gorilla who was doing his best to help a baby. The gorilla kept the child close to him, something that his parents didn't do. Yeah, so the incident occurred in 2016 when the 3-year-old boy climbed under the fence, where he was violently grabbed and dragged by Harambe. Harambe then carried the boy up a ladder out of the moat onto dry land. So was he trying to help the boy? Fearing for the boy's life, a zoo worker shot and killed Harambe. Yeah, a lot of people believe that Harambe doing this was actually him trying to help the boy. Harambe was killed one day after his 17th birthday. Dude, that's so sad. What the heck? Yeah, and many people say that the zookeeper should have used a tranquilizer dart, but that would have taken 5 to 10 minutes to actually take effect, which might have further aggravated Harambe. Now, I've played this one before. It's pretty much a bunch of skyscrapers with a tightrope connected between them where you have to balance yourself and not fall all the way down there, which is it's pretty spooky if you're scared of heights, honestly. And while it may not be a direct reference, there have been a couple of people that have tightropes between skyscrapers, and yes, some have actually fallen. Let's see, I'm just gonna fall on purpose just to get like the full immersion of this. Alright, but now let's see the TikTok video that talks about this tragic event.
People Who Died on Live TV, Part 18. On March 22nd, 1978, Carl performed a promotional tightrope walk.
Oh yeah, this is the
between
one.
2 towers 100 feet up in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Camera crews were ready, on the ground and up high to capture the magic. They tragically captured something terrible instead. The winds really picked up and became unstable, pushing Carl off balance. He battled and battled to steady himself, but eventually gave in. He tossed the stick he used to maintain himself and tried to grab hold of the rope with his hands. Sadly, he missed and plummeted to the cement below. He was 73 years old.
Yeah, and what's also tragic is that this was all filmed on live television. Like, families are sitting down watching this guy balance between towers when he tragically fell. Yeah, so this is Carl Lenda. He was the founder of the Flying Melendas and a daredevil circus troupe whose members performed dangerous stunts far above the ground, often without a safety net. Dude, I don't know why they need to remove the safety net. It's totally fine. Yeah, what's also crazy is that despite being involved in several tragedies in his family's acts, Lenda continued with his stunts. And yeah, the walk between the 2 towers was 121 feet long, and that's when he unfortunately fell. Yeah, this Roblox game could also be based off of this other tightrope walker, Philippe Petit, walked a tightrope between the twin towers in 1974. Oh man, I'm getting nervous just by watching this. I can't believe he actually did this. I think this was like illegal to begin with, and he actually got arrested for this. I'm not too sure about it. Oh yeah, there you go. There he is, arrested for this stunt. Dude, these daredevils are insane. Alright, but another tragic game we have here here is from the Cecil Hotel. The description reads, "I love the stories from the Cecil Hotel and I wanted to replicate that into a game, so please don't get offended. This game isn't made for bad intentions." Yeah, so if you don't know about the Cecil Hotel, it's a real hotel in America. Oh jeez, I don't want to play this. Stay on Main. Yeah, they also had to change the name because of its infamous nature of it. Pretty much a lot of bad things happen in the hotel. Let me just walk inside. Oh, I don't like this already. I hate this. No. It's that chick from the Mimic, I think. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm not gonna play the entire game, but the reason why it's like a horror game is because of all the things that have happened within the hotel. There's been deaths, there's been a serial killer that's lived there, and a lot more crazier things. And one of these tragic events being the story of Elisa Lam.
What actually happened to Elisa Lam?
Okay.
On February 19, 2013, guests at the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles complained of water problems, specifically brown-colored water that had a weird taste. But when the hotel staff went to the roof to check the water tank, they would uncover a mystery that till today remains unsolved. Floating inside the tank was the deceased body of 21-year-old Elisa Lam. Prior to this, Elisa
her body was in the
reported
tank
missing for weeks. A strange and unusual clip of her acting out inside the hotel elevator was believed to be her last known sighting, where she was seen hiding, then pressing all the buttons and speaking to someone who wasn't there.
Oh, dude, this is scary.
Further revealed that she had been posting a string of unusual posts to her Tumblr account, indicating that she was being followed and stalked by someone ever since she landed in Los Angeles.
So yeah, the creepy part about the whole Elisa Lam case is this video clip.
No released surveillance video shows Elisa Lam being possessed inside the Cecil Hotel elevator.
Yeah, like a lot of people think that it's like a ghost or something was possessing her because she was hiding from like something or someone. Oh geez, no, that's scary. Yeah, her body was discovered by a hotel maintenance worker investigating complaints of flooding and low water pressure. The main conclusion that a lot of people come up with is there's some obvious mental health issues causing her to be schizophrenic and start seeing things and people that weren't actually there, but the whole thing is still pretty spine-chilling. Alright, but now we go into plane tragedies here with the Garuda Indonesia Flight 152. Oh geez, is that a real picture? Alright, what do we have? Okay, it just kind of explodes in the trees. Oh, that's a big explosion. Okay. Hold on, let me see that again. Okay, yeah, so the plane just falls down into the forest and a huge explosion occurs. All right, let's see it one more time. Is it gonna jump up from the sky again? Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay, so the game's a little scuffed, but we kind of get the idea of it. Let's check out the animation here. All right, so the plane's flying like normal so far. Then, oh. It looks like it's just falling down now. Wait, why is it doing that? Everything looks fine. Is the engine okay? Okay, it just went into some gray clouds and yeah, it's just going down into the forest. Oh jeez, it just shattered to millions of pieces. What the heck happened there? So this flight occurred in 1997. There was 234 occupants with 0 survivors. Okay, yeah, I believe it seeing that crash there. It is the deadliest aviation disaster in Indonesia history. So it says here that air traffic controllers became confused as to which plane they were talking to, as another flight with the same number was also in the area at the time. But why would they have the same numbers? Earlier in the day, another flight 152 was handled by the same air traffic controller. A confusing conversation took place over which way to turn, with the controller not having a clear picture of what the flight was doing due to being unaware that he had left out some critical instructions. And I guess because of all this confusion, the pilot entered the wrong flight altitude until they finally hit the trees, and by then it was too late to recover. But man, that was such an unfortunate mistake. Aside from that, the planes were fine and everything. So for this next one, I got a comment here saying, Flush, I recommend you need to do Air New Zealand Flight 901. It'll make you scared of Antarctica and volcanoes more. Oh boy, I can't wait to see this one. Air New Zealand Flight 901 simulation. So this plane crashed into the side of Mount Erebus. No survivors were found. Okay, well that's scary to see. Okay, I see we're high above either a cloud or a mountain maybe. Oh geez, that's the plane over there. It just kind of like flies by really fast. I didn't really see a crash here. Hold on, let me regenerate it. It's gonna come out from this direction. Yeah, it's going fast, and oh yeah, there's the crash. So does the plane just crash into a volcano? I'm gonna imagine it's because like it was foggy, right? Here, so it actually made an animation in Roblox. Oh, it's the same map, right? I think it is. So yeah, are they over clouds or what's going on here? Yeah, it looks like the, oh geez. Yeah, I didn't even see that. Okay. Yeah, so were they flying through the cloud and they weren't able to see the volcano there? Yeah, now let's look at the actual crash animation for it. Okay, so yeah, there is snow around here. I believe they're going through Antarctica right now. They're going through like a blizzard or clouds or something, but yeah, it's very hard to see. Oh no, why is it shaking? Uh-oh. Oh, there's the mountain. Are they still not able to see it? Yeah, they're gonna crash any second. Oh, wow. That thing just shattered completely. Flight 571. The description reads, this game is based on a real story. So let's just go ahead and join this game and see why the plane crashed in the first place. All right, so here we go. The plane's already taking off. Oh, geez. What the heck? Wait, hold on. Okay, so it looks like we're experiencing turbulence. Oh, yeah, there we go. It's shaking again. The plane seems okay right now, but we are over the snowy mountains. Oh, geez, what the heck? Ah! Wait, that was a big crash. Yeah, so the back of the plane hit that side of the mountain, causing the whole thing to crash. And now we're pretty much stranded out here in the middle of nowhere. Oh, look, here's some of the belongings of people. Can we actually like open stuff? Oh yeah, look, there's a bottle of water that we got. We got some fish. And I think there's like a whole oh, geez, it got really dark really fast. But yeah, I guess this Roblox game is a survival game because in reality, not everybody on this plane died. There was actually some survivors of the plane, but then they were stranded in snow for many, many days. And before we look into that, let's look at the plane animation to see how accurate the Roblox game was. All right, so here's the animation. It does seem like there's very heavy winds right now, and oh yeah, it's experiencing a lot of turbulence. So the Roblox game was pretty accurate. But are they going to crash into the mountain? Oh yeah, geez, that plane is like way too low. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a lot worse than the game. Oh, look, yeah, you could see some of the survivors there. This happened on October 13th, 1972. And yeah, one of the comments here even said they survived for 72 days. They ate corpses and covered themselves with warm blankets. And so some information about this whole thing. The flight was carrying 45 passengers and crew, including 19 members from a rugby team, along with their families, supporters, and friends. And so 3 members and 9 passengers died immediately upon the crash, and several more died soon after due to the frigid temperatures and the severity of their injuries. So yeah, out of 45 people, there was only 16 survivors. And again, they had to survive in the middle of nowhere with no food for 72 days. Oh, it says here that search and rescue aircraft overflew the crash site several times during the following days, but failed to see the white fuselage against the snow. Search efforts were called off after 8 days of searching. Wow, they didn't bother to like go down there. And during those 72 days, the survivors had to endure sub-zero temperatures, exposure, starvation, and an avalanche, which led to the death of 13 more passengers. The remaining passengers resorted to cannibalism to survive. So yeah, with no food and all that, they had to make some pretty intense decisions. What actually led to these people to survive was that 2 of the survivors set out across the mountains and they trekked for 33 miles for 10 days until finally, after 2.5 months after the crash, they got help and they were able to also rescue the other 14 people that stayed behind. Okay, so what actually did cause the plane to crash? It says here that the pilot mistakenly believed the aircraft had overflown Curicó, the turning point to fly north, and began descending towards what he thought was an airport. Oh, okay, so that's why the plane was really low. He failed to notice that instrument readings indicated that he was still 60 to 69 kilometers east of Curicó. And by the time they saw the mountain, they unsuccessfully tried to gain altitude. But that's when the plane struck the mountain ridge. Man, that's unfortunate. The whole thing is pretty crazy, and there's actually like 2 movies based off of this thing because it is a miracle how these people managed to survive for that long. But this next tragedy is also a pretty dark one. It's the Dyatlov Pass incident. I played this Roblox game before, but I feel it belongs as a tragedy, and so the incident refers to the unsolved deaths of 9 ski hikers from the year 1959. The experienced trekking group had established a camp on the slopes, but during the night, something caused them to tear their way out of their tents and flee the campsite while inadequately dressed for heavy snowfall and sub-zero temperatures. So yeah, to this day, this whole tragedy is unsolved, and I'll show you what it's about. But yeah, this is an actual photo of some of the hikers. So yeah, it says that they have a tent here, and just like the description said, during the night, something happened that caused them to tear through the tent and run away. Now, if we walk along a bit further in the snow, we could actually see a few skeleton bodies representing some of the hikers, with more along the way. And there's a few theories as to why the hikers ran away in the middle of the night, and some of them believe that a Yeti actually caused them to run away. That's why there's a huge Yeti in this game. No, get away, get away! And remember, they ran away in sub-zero temperatures. Like, they would not be able to survive outside for too long. But was it actually a Yeti that caused this whole thing to happen? Well, let's look at this TikTok video to see what happened.
What happened to these 9 experienced hikers? In February of 1959, a group of 9 experienced hikers set out on a trek through the Ural Mountains. They were led by a man named Igor Dyatlov.
Okay, so the whole incident's named after him.
But something went horribly wrong. When the hikers failed to return as planned, a search and rescue team was sent out to find them.
Okay.
But what they discovered was a scene straight out of a nightmare. The hiker's tent was found to have been cut open from the inside,
so that's the tent?
As if they were trying to escape something. The hikers themselves were found scattered across the mountain, some of them still
similar
in
to
their
the
sleeping
Roblox game,
bags,
okay.
as if they had been trying to flee in a hurry. The hikers' bodies showed signs of extreme trauma, with some of them having broken bones and missing eyes. But the most bizarre thing was that their clothing contained high levels of radiation. It was reported that the hikers encountered an avalanche, and the missing body parts were the work of animals. However,
that makes sense.
No one knows exactly.
Yeah, so one of the comments here says, they've been trying to escape the Yeti. I've done some research. There was 36 nuclear tests done in 1958. Perhaps some of the fallout settled on top of the snow. That explains the radiation. I mean, yeah, that would make sense with the whole avalanche theory. Yeah, take a look at that. On the Wikipedia page here, it says 6 died due to hyperthermia, 2 physical chest trauma, and 1 due to a fractured skull. Geez, so there was some sort of animal out there, right? Man, that's insane. Yeah, honestly, the whole thing's very bizarre. There's a lot of different theories as to why this could have happened. There's military tests, possibly violent winds, and a lot of people are still trying to figure out what happened to this day, but we may never know the answer. Alright, but now we move on to this next tragedy that ends in the best way possible, and that's the US Airways Flight 1549. Oh geez, okay, we're already in the plane then. So the plane's already falling over here. It seems to be a fatal engine on the left wing, but as you can see here, the plane is about to land into the water. Let's hope we survive here. Can we actually oh geez, what? The plane crashed. Wait, hold on. That doesn't actually happen in real life. Okay, maybe that was a little bit inaccurate. Okay, here's a more accurate Roblox game of what actually happened. The plane landed in the water, but it landed safely with nobody actually dying. I mean, they were definitely scarred and all that, but everybody was fine. Everybody survived. All right, but let's take a look at the crash animation to see just how accurate it really is. All right, so the plane's in the city right now. Everything seems fine so far. Oh, is it gonna hit the birds? Is that what happened? Oh yeah, okay, so the engine does start malfunctioning. I think I actually have covered this before, but yeah, the engine fails and the pilot has no choice but to land in the water. Dude, yeah, that's insane. And it landed safely. Now what's also crazy is that we could actually hear the cockpit audio from the plane, and the whole thing's pretty intense.
Did you need assistance? Yes, it was a bird strike. Can I get him in for runway 1? Runway 1, that's good. Cactus 1529, turn right 280.
So they're trying to clear the airport right now.
We can't do it.
The pilot says we can't do it.
Which runway would you like at Teterboro? We're going to be in the Hudson.
We're going to be in the Hudson? Wait, the Hudson River?
I'm sorry, say again, Cactus?
I think he said he was going in the Hudson.
Yep.
You get anybody, you send him right over to the Lincoln Tunnel. We had a Cactus Airbus go down in the water.
Oh, do they think it actually crashed? Wow, that's like really quick thinking. And that must have been scary for everybody on board, but I'm glad everybody survived. So this next Roblox game is pretty insane because it actually has the audio of the last moments before the plane goes down. And that's the Aeroflot Flight 593. We'll get out of this. All is normal. Pull up gently. Where's the plane going? Oh, it's this way. Wait, hold on. Let me regenerate it. Okay, so the plane's gonna come out from over here. Autopilot disconnect alarm. So it was disconnected? Oh, jeez. Well, that must have been horrifying. Let's go ahead and take a look at the animation here. So I know a little bit about this plane incident. Pretty much one of the pilot's sons accidentally turned off autopilot and caused the entire plane to crash. So let's see, it's doing fine right... Oh, never mind. It starts swiveling here. Okay. It is... Oh, jeez. Oh, man. How long were they like this? What the heck? Okay, just nosedives. And it's trying to go back up. Okay, so it's trying to fix itself. Uh-oh. Dude. Oh my gosh, this is insane. This is actually one of the most horrific plane incidents. Like, the whole thing is swiveling upside down. And yeah, eventually it crashes into the woods. The most avoidable accident in aviation history. I mean, yeah, probably true. New fear unlocked, pilots having kids. Yeah, so this occurred in 1994, and the crash happened due to pilot error following autopilot being turned off by a minor. Yeah, so there's 75 fatalities, 0 survivors. That's to be expected from the crash. It was revealed that the captain's 13-year-old daughter and 15-year-old son were in the cockpit. While seated at the controls, the pilot's son had unknowingly partially disengaged the autopilot control, causing the aircraft to roll into a steep bank and a near vertical dive. The plane had descended beyond a safe altitude to initiate a recovery and subsequently crashed into the mountain range. All 75 occupants died on impact. Yeah, I found a transcript of the cockpit recording, and the son's name is Elder, and he says, "Why is it turning? Is it turning by itself?" Yes, it is. And then suddenly the plane exceeds a 45-degree bank angle, and Kaczynski is unable to return to his seat yet, and he yells, "Hold it, hold the control column, to the left, to the left." The last words recorded was, "We'll get out of this. Travis, everything is fine. Gently, gently, pull up gently. Sounds of impact, end of recording. Dude, that must have been so horrifying for everybody. Like, how long was this plane spinning around? Alright, but now we have another Roblox game that's also related to some pretty creepy audio, and that's the Western Airlines 2605. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. Okay, so we got some text down here. Alright, where's the plane gonna appear? Oh, here's the plane. So they're talking as they're landing. It seems fine. Climb to 8,500 and alright. Uh-oh. Impact with the truck. Inaudible sounds. Charlie, get it up. Uh-oh. Sounds of screaming by Pilot 1. Sounds of impact with the building. Jeez. Well, what the heck happened there? It seemed like they were doing fine right before landing. So I think they're trying to avoid this truck, but they ended up crashing into the building instead, which probably caused more fatalities. Yeah, so it hits the truck, and then it goes over to the building. Here, I actually have the audio recording, but let's see the animation first, and then we'll play it. So it's about to land. It is rocking. I'm not sure how accurate that is. Okay, yeah, so it loses its wheels on one side, all right? And then it's gonna, oh yeah, then it flies into the building. Ooh. Oh, jeez. Yeah, that was really destructive, okay. And yeah, the recordings are pretty horrifying to hear, just like the captain screams and all that. Here, take a look. Yeah, so the Roblox game was pretty accurate to the actual tragedy then. Yeah, I'm not going to play the rest of it because it's pretty sad and disturbing hearing the true fears of like the last moments of the pilots. You can hear the fear and agony in the voice of the captain. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this happened in 1979 when the flight crashed in the Mexico City airport in fog after landing on a runway that was closed for maintenance. Did they know it was closed down? Yeah, there were 72 fatalities with 17 survivors and 1 ground fatality. So it says here, during the approach, the crew were advised 4 times by the approach control or the tower that the intended landing runway was 23R. However, the controls did not use any phrases indicative of a sidestep maneuver that would have been familiar to American pilots. So it was more so the people in the tower's fault then? Is that what happened? And the whole thing's just tragic. Alright, but now we're gonna look at another tragedy that involves a concert, specifically the Travis Scott concert. Because yes, people have actually made games of this on Roblox. It's actually insane and honestly pretty insensitive, but yeah, here's the game. Let's go ahead and join it. Oh, geez, what the heck? Okay, yeah, so everything's on fire. There's Travis right there. Running person. He's running for his life. Okay. People on fire. People running. Okay. And a lot of violence here. A lot of it's honestly just people being impaled and all, but I'm not going to show it just in case. So while this game may be pretty insensitive and gruesome, and honestly should be banned, it is actually a direct reference to the Astroworld Festival that during a Travis Scott concert, 10 people died due to being crushed by a large crowd. Yeah, so it says here 8 people were pronounced dead on the day of the incident and 2 more died in the hospital. So here we have a fan trying to alert the camera people that they don't really seem to care. So they keep trying to alert the staff to stop the show that people are actually getting hurt, but I guess they're not listening. It's pretty sad, honestly. Yeah, at some point Travis Scott did try to alleviate the situation. This is him here.
Hold on, don't touch him, don't touch him. Back up. Somebody help jump in real quick.
He then continued to play on, apparently unaware of the extent of the chaos. Yeah, the whole thing was pretty tragic. Here's actually an animated reenactment. I can't believe people actually did this.
With around 50,000 people in the crowd, the pressure got worse and worse as the timer counted down, according to one witness, who was eventually crowd-surfed to safety, having passed out. According to CNN, several witnesses noted a lack of medical personnel at the site, as many people lost consciousness and some members of the crowd attempted to perform CPR themselves.
Dude, 50,000 people is insane. Alright, but now I've talked about this next incident, but they didn't have a Roblox game made at the time, but now they do. And that's the Uberlingen mid-air collision. I probably said that wrong, but let's go ahead and check out the game. And yeah, as the name indicates, it's pretty much 2 planes actually colliding with each other in mid-air. Oh, here we go. We got the planes. Jeez. That was so fast. Did they just not see each other? I honestly forgot what happened here. Alright, so here we go, and yeah, the whole thing just happened so fast. Here, let's go ahead and look at the animation again. But here we got the 2 planes. Everything's totally fine at the moment. Oh, jeez. Man, that's crazy. Was it like foggy or something? Did one of them try to go underneath the other plane? Oh, that's so scary. Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, it just explodes in the sky. So unfortunately, all of the passengers and crew aboard both planes were killed, resulting in the total death of 71. So the first plane had 69 occupants and the other plane only had 2. And the main cause of the collision was because of a number of shortcomings on the part of the Swiss Air Traffic Control Service in charge of the sector involved, as well as ambiguities in the procedures regarding the use of the traffic collision avoidance system on board. And it says here less than a minute before the crash, they're notified of the danger and contacted one of the planes, instructing the pilot to descend to flight levels 350, which is 1,000 feet lower, to avoid collision with the other plane. Seconds after the crew of flight 2937 initiated this descent, their TCAS instructed them to climb, while at about the same time the TCAS on flight 611 instructed the crew of the aircraft to descend. Had both aircraft followed their automated instructions, this collision would not have occurred. So yeah, it seems like both towers were telling the planes to both descend to avoid each other, but by both descending they ended up crashing anyways. Man, I feel bad for everybody on board. But yeah, if you guys want me to look into more tragedies, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Goodbye.